Alright, time to start a new load. I've got a bunch of different buckets of rocks. They kind of migrate from one to the next, kind of moving their way up the chain. Every one of these stones I really love. A lot of fossils, a lot of different things in these. So we're going to go through. I put a video up last Sunday, and it was the cutaway load. I will be naming this one also, so you can kind of keep up with them and watch them from week to week, from stage to stage. So we're going to start our selections. Alright. I don't think this is a crinoid, but this may be of some other type of coral or other type of sea plant, so not exactly sure. It's got a lot of interesting things in it. We'll see what happens with this. And we are in natural light. We're outside. It's a little cloudy today. I'm not looking at these stones wet. You can see my fingers were wet, but that's what I pick them up looking like. And you'll see them after the first week, second, third, fourth, and when they finish polish. I did actually get this wet. My fingers were wet. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's really neat. See what that turns out like. Love the colors in this one. This is similar in nature to some of the crinoid stuff. Won't exactly know. It does look like it's banded. We'll see what that looks like in a week. I love all of these. All of these are coming through amazingly. So yeah, it's got black or blue and red. Good mix. Now, in some respects, this does have similarities to some of the sea stuff I'm finding, the sea creatures, sea plants, those types of things. Not exactly sure. It is interesting, so I'm going to run that and see what that turns out like. This appears banded, bluish, like some of the crinoids or other of the sea coral or sea plants, so I'm going to run that one. Now, I did get this one wet because it looks so awesome, so I'm throwing this in there. Alright, got some green, banded. I have all the reds. Any of this blue stuff is similar to any of these sea plants I've got, fossils. One species or another, so I'm going to throw this in and see what it does. This is on a higher level, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to throw that in and see what it does. Speckled and sparked. See what it does. Some other smaller ones. Yep. I'm going to take that for a spin. It's got a lot in it. We'll see a lot more. And for pieces like this, honestly, if I can get them, this one feels really, really, really strong. If I can get it cleaned up enough in the first and second stage, I'm not going to send stuff like this all the way through. Some of the stuff, it just really isn't polishing great, but it looks phenomenal after the second, even after the third stage. So for most of the fossils, that's probably where I'm going to be ending the road, unless it's really, truly fully agate formed. So if it is a solid agate, something like that, I'm going to run it all the way through polish. Otherwise, if it's just the fossilized rock like this, would just break apart. Probably not even going to run that. This stuff, it's just so porous when it finishes. It comes out of the final polish with a bit of a haze on it. So that's just the really, really fine polish getting into the small pores of the finished product. So I just definitely don't want that. I don't want to have to run them long enough to smooth out all those fine pores. If I do that, I'm just going to be losing the fossil. So when I run into them, what I'm going to be doing is making that decision one by one. The first stage doesn't scare me unless it's something really soft and brittle, which this feels agate, but yeah, some of this stuff I'll just bypass. It's got to be heavy. You've got to feel the weight of the piece itself to really know what true strength it has. Those lighter pieces are just air filled. All right, I like this green and white stuff. Throw that in there. We're getting pretty close to the top. I might be able to get like a few little pieces. Tell you what we're gonna do. As I was moving the other 3 boxes back to the garage, and I noticed these, so I'm throwing those in. All right, we've got room for some smaller stuff. So I made a video creating an A-box filler, and this is my A-box filler. And there's some amazing agate pieces. There's chalcedony, there's quartz, there's all kinds of agate, different varieties of agate. There's opal, there's found some sapphire, some corundum. Not sure what kind of quality any of this stuff is, so I got to run it and figure it out. So I'm just going to go through here and make a few selections. I'll show them to you in a minute. And some of this stuff I'm actually not sure how it'll turn out, but it's part of the learning process. So see how it all turns out. All right, we're where we need to be. We're 1 inch below the bottom of that line. We're going to add our stage 1 grit. We'll see you in a week. Thank you.